Ladies and gentlemen, the 2.5 Amigos.
God, these guys are loco.
If you're looking for a responsible, mature podcast, this ain't it. If you're looking for a lot of drinking, random nonsense, stunts, and shenanigans, you've hit the jackpot.
It's the 2.5 Amigos.
With your hosts, Albert, Scott, and Mark.
Live.
Awesome.
We're on.
Welcome to the Amigos PC.
Amigos.
Change
Oh,
the name.
we're starting now.
We're the Amigos PC now.
Yeah.
Amigos PC, politically correct.
It's a
We have our
private
special
chat.
guest. Yeah, we have our special guest here, Albert, the half amigo. No, just kidding. Derek Releford from Bedroom Radio joins us today.
What's up, guys?
COVID ambush. What the?
I don't know. I'm just throwing some things out there.
He's mixing it up.
Yeah. I know we said change it a little bit, Mark, but damn.
I know, right? Well,
But
it's
he is the number one Amigo COVID ambush, though, so
Yeah.
that's good for him. Typical Mark, he's number one.
I have to be, right?
I'm sharing this show. We're going to get asses in seats real quick.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
Get it all. Derek, why don't you you've been expanding a lot with your Bedroom Radio and hosting shows. Why don't you give us a little bit of insight as to what's going on in the Bedroom Radio world?
In the bedroom world. Hey, Mark, that's a little personal.
Personal.
Well,
We like
my
you
wife,
personal on this show.
Yeah.
my wife won't let me hit it raw anymore.
Oh,
That's what's going on in the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
Too many kids?
Yeah.
I know how that goes.
And I even have a vasectomy, but she just wants to make sure.
And even then. Oh shit.
So I had all of you on my show a couple months, 6 months ago probably, and I had a host, Steve. He's an awesome guy. But I was coming off of having a co-host for 2.5 years, and that kind of went south. And then me and Steve did about, 15, 20 shows, and it was really going well. I was getting more downloads than I had in a long time. And then I kind of just hit a point in a wall where I was like, I didn't know if I wanted to do it anymore. I've been doing it since 2008. Like it started out as internet radio, but now it's like obviously turned into live streaming and podcasting.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing, really. But I kind of got to where I felt like I had said everything I had wanted to say, because I always could have got a job in real radio and read copy, but I wanted to say whatever I wanted. And I felt like I had said it all. So I took a break. And when I did, I just started getting all these emails every day from people that didn't know how to live stream, basically. And I kind of just turned it into a job over the last 6 months. And that's where I'm at now. And then so a lot of the shows that I work with some of them are my ideas, and I go out and seek out hosts for them, and we plan everything. But a lot of the shows that I work with, I'm literally just doing like the back end stuff with them. That's their shows and everything. But it's really fun, and I found out that I love live streaming and podcasting, but not necessarily being on the screen all the time. I kind of just like being there when it's happening. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So you're like a consultant, kind of. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool. That's good. You kind of
That's
made
what I
your
try
own
to
job in itself.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not rich by any means. Like,
Hey,
still a broke loser, but
yeah.
Well, I mean, I had to go to the gate and then 3 miles to your house when I went on your show that first time. So I think you've made it.
So, yeah, man. Like, I'm new to Phoenix. That's the thing. Like, I'm a Kansas boy. I'm from Kansas, and then I lived on the East Coast for like 10 years in my 20s, and then I went back to Kansas for a while. And so I'm new to Phoenix, and I'm a kind of an introvert. I don't really go. Other than going online and talking a lot, I do that a lot. But like in real life, like if you see me at the store, it's not going to be a great conversation because I'm kind of awkward and stuff. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm new to Phoenix, so I haven't gone out and seen everything. So, but tell you what, COVID-19 has taught me that I'm gonna leave my house when this is over. Like I'm gonna go out and see the sights.
It's true.
I'm gonna go to the park.
I am, man. Like I'm gonna do everything.
I'm gonna go see the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Derek, since you've been here? Grand Canyon?
No, I don't do anything.
Well, how long you been in Arizona, Derek? I mean, you've been here for a while, right?
March was the beginning of my 3rd year.
Oh, shit.
That's not
so
too
you
long.
are
Wow.
new. Yeah, wow. Okay, damn. I thought you had been here.
If I could make a recommendation, I would recommend to go see Montezuma's Castle.
Oh, that is pretty
cool.
neat. That is a neat place to see.
Which one?
At least just drive by.
Yeah, it's a good day trip. Just you don't even have to stay anywhere. Just go there.
Where do I go if I wanna see an actual drive-by?
Maryvale.
Yeah. That's true.
And it's gotta
Not
be
too far from your house, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Hey, that's what I picked. I told the realtor I wanted my kids to get offered drugs in their teen years. I was like, I don't want to be anywhere too safe. I want them to have a normal upbringing.
Oh, so you need to be in North Phoenix then.
I'll ask the two realtors here, which is Albert and Mark. Is that an MLS search to put that places to find, no places to find drugs in their teens for the kids?
No, unfortunately, it isn't.
It's not a filter.
Oh. No. Yeah, it's not a filter. Oh, God.
Good to know.
Yeah, no, yeah. If I remember, yeah, you're up in North Phoenix, huh?
Yeah, I'm up in North Phoenix.
No, that's not. That's not Maryville. You're still away from Maryville.
I was.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were okay. I thought you were like, yeah. No, wait a minute. That's pretty far from Maryville.
He always takes everything I say seriously. Like,
see, when we got here, like, I wish we would have bought a house when we first got here, but we got an apartment for a year, which is just kind of a waste of time. But we didn't know where the hell to go, you know?
Yeah. No, that's smart though. You get to know where the good places are or not that way, you know.
North Phoenix is good. I like North Phoenix.
It's not bad.
The one thing that I've noticed about it though is like, well, COVID-19 has made it to where like I have a virtual studio I rent out, and that's the only studio I'm renting out right now. But as far as renting my studio, all the people that I've met that want to work with me live like, you know, in the East Valley, and I've learned that people my age that are into like the arts and entertainment, podcasting, bands, they're all East Valley, and I kind of wonder if I shouldn't have went out that way when we bought a house. But then my parents moved out here 6 months ago, and they're in like as far as you can, it's almost Buckeye, as far as you can get out into Surprise. That's where they are. So I'm like 30 minutes from them, and I don't know. So I'm happy where I'm at, but like I think it would have been easier if I would have went to the East Valley. I think I would have had a lot more people to hang out with, you know.
Yeah.
Well, just so you know, if you have anything on the East Valley that you need to get rid of or that you want to send our way, because that's where we are, we have a studio that people can come and use. Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, good.
After the whole COVID-19.
Yeah. When our bathrooms open and stuff like that in the building. So
yeah, I've been here for about 15 years. I used to be in Glendale, Peoria area too.
Is your
see, I always heard bad stuff about both those places, and I also heard good stuff. I don't know. It's like some lady got murdered like down the street from my house the other day. I heard, or somebody got murdered.
Oh dang! Oh dang! Yeah, that doesn't happen over here. No, I'm just kidding.
You're on the east side now, Albert. So
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't happen over here.
The east side,
I'm kidding.
The east side, it happens over here too. But the east side, I've lived on the west side, but I hated it. And I've lived in Arizona my whole life, and I think the east side.
Oh yeah, you used to live in the west side, in the West Valley too, huh?
Yeah, I lived in Laveen. I lived in Laveen.
Laveen, yeah.
Oh, is that considered the west side?
I had fucking southwest side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's out by
southwest.
But Laveen, I could see how you wouldn't like that. That's like basically I was doing Uber, and it was like 6 a.m, and I didn't know where I was, and I was like, "Am I in Garden City, Kansas? Like where the?" And I was like, "What is this?" She's like, "Laveen." And like that's like a country ass place, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, you got a big old cow farm somewhere on there.
Which I mean, I live in Gilbert now, and that's kind of the same fucking thing.
Oh yeah, you do.
but it's the other side, and I don't know. I just like the east side. What about you, Mark? Do you like what side? Did you ever live on the west side?
I've never lived on the west side. Always the east side valley. When I first moved here, I moved to Tempe.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Fancy pants.
I just want to. A lot of people are chiming in. Everybody's talking about my stash. Do I have a stash?
Yeah, dude, you got like a good 5 o'clock shadow.
Dude, it's only been like a day or so. Everybody's saying that. Cassandra's saying I look like a true Mexican.
You do.
I totally forgot there was.
I'm going. You know something? Is this like a day or so? Maybe I will let it grow for the next episode, and they'll see how a real Mexican stash looks like.
What's up, Chase? Chase is from my crew.
Oh, hey, what's up,
Albert? I need some landscaping done if for free. just knock. We'll do no contact. Hey. Just go, and I'll leave the money under the mat.
Hey, no matter what, dude. If I'm driving on the road, even though they don't know what I'm doing or what I do, they think, oh yeah, Mexican is essential.
Put him to work.
He's probably doing yard or probably doing something. He's probably a mechanic or something.
He's gotta fix or clean something.
He's essential.
Well, me and Albert were talking today about how they've been putting in new power lines, and it has something to do with the 5G shit going on earlier today. He's like, I go running in the morning, and I think what I'll do is I'll just stop and I'll start talking to the guys that are doing the construction there and see what's going on. And I'm like, you just gonna stop and talk to the construction workers?
Yeah,
he's like, well, yeah, they're Mexican, of course.
They were. When I say what's up, I say it in Spanish, so it's like, okay, so these guys know.
I started seeing that like 2 weeks ago. People were copying and pasting this long thing, like it's all about 5G towers. And some guy he was posting it all the time. And then he made a serious post about something in his life. And as a dick, I made a comment of that 5G thing. Anyway, that was like 3 weeks ago. Today, I get a message from Facebook, and they're like, "Listen, you're spreading misinformation, and you either have to say that you posted this as an accident and delete it, or you're going to take away your Facebook account for posting a 5G thing."
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I just sent a video. I had just sent a video to Mark today. Something about that on. It was on a TikTok. About some guy. Supposedly, it was a whistleblower about the whole 5G shit, saying that is what the actual cause is, and it's not really corona fucking virus, that it's a 5G shit. Huh, Mark? We're just talking about that too. That's crazy.
And we also have a buddy that we talked to in a group chat who's been like pushing that too about the 5G tower thing. I don't know if I believe that, but I can't put it past the big companies to not fuck with us. But
I've been doing this Corona Talk radio show. It's not my show. I produce it, but the guy who is the host of it, he's a Mexican dude, and he likes Trump. He's a weird character. But
Albert, do you know him?
Yeah,
I might. What's his name again?
His name's Rolando.
It's like Jose. Yeah, I know Jose.
But like he reads all day long about like the coronavirus, and some of the shit that guy tells me, man. I hope it's not true, man.
Oh shit, really?
Like, yeah, like I mean, I don't know. We were talking about on another show I did. Like, we were talking about how like body language is a big important thing, and to me, the people that are on like the mainstream news stations, even the ones that are like broadcasting from their houses and stuff, they all have like this really like big smile for the last 2 weeks, where they're like, "Yeah, everything's fine. Don't worry about it." And like the body language to me says, they know more than that they're telling us, and it's gonna get really bad. Like, so that's what I see. Because like, I don't know, it's just like your parents find out like some bad shit's gonna happen, and they don't tell you about it. They're just like, oh, everything's fine. Yeah. Just like we were saying earlier, look at the rabbits. Just look at the rabbits, and then they shoot you in the back of the head. Like, it's kind of scared to me, man. Like, I don't know what's going on, but
look at the rabbits. Look at the rabbits.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like,
I'm hunting rabbit.
Wow,
that's insane. I don't know, man. Honestly, it's crazy but there's so many freaking theories. Which one are you gonna believe? You know what I'm saying? It's like, which one are you gonna believe? I mean, I guess everybody's got their own opinion of it.
Yeah, there's that fine line. Like, is something wrong right now? Probably, but is the government like leading us on and not giving all the information? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Of
probably.
course they are. That's normally what they do.
Yeah. I think there's a bigger issue happening. For me, I mean, obviously everybody's got their own opinion. For me, obviously there's a bigger issue happening behind the coronavirus. The coronavirus is just a front. A front. Like they're pulling what do they say? They pull the fast one, pull a wool.
The wool over our eyes.
Yeah. So that's my opinion.
So you think it's something more, but this is like something to scare us. So you think Corona's nothing really?
If you really look at the economy, what's happening? This shit is going to shit.
It's done.
And people are not paying attention to that. They're paying attention to the fucking coronavirus.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Say that you were in charge of everything. Would you open the country back up to save the economy, or kill the economy to save as many lives as possible? Because I don't know what I would do.
Good fucking question.
That's a hard decision.
You put him in the spot there, Derek. Yeah, that's a good question, man.
As the mayor of Yuma, what would you do?
Somerton, please. I'm not with
Not of Yuma, just of Somerton.
That's a good question, man. Shit.
Do you get to pick who dies?
Yeah.
It's just gonna be the compromise. Like you're gonna lose all the
exactly. And the thing that sucks is with that. The thing that sucks with that part is that some of the people that can die is people that are related to you, or could be your kid, could be your spouse, could be, you know what I'm saying? So it's like fuck. That's a good question though. I think I would. Fuck.
Mark, what would you do? Let Albert think.
Yeah.
I'd open up the economy. I'm done.
Economy? Yeah, me too. I think I would open up the economy.
Money solves everything.
Mark's going to run America like a 12-year-old playing Madden. He's just going to go for it on 4th and 30.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Just go.
Hail Mary. Somebody will catch it.
I'm going to run backwards and then launch all the way to the goal line back there, then launch the Hail Mary.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, there you go. He's going to pull a Rodgers on you. Bastard.
I think you kind of have to, man, because I was talking about it with my wife today, man. Like, from what I'm hearing, man, like, it's not a seasonal virus. It's not like it's going to go away. Like, it's from what they're saying, it's going to just continue going, and we can But really, the whole stay home thing is not even to prevent you from getting it. It's just to prevent a lot of people getting it at once, so we don't clog our hospitals up. But basically, it's more than likely coronavirus is going to touch you somehow in the next year of your life, and
I honestly think I've already had it.
And that's the thing. I think not only that. I mean, I think some people have it and it doesn't affect them the way it affects everybody.
We have a buddy, Troy, who he had a really bad thing like November
last year.
Yeah, December. He had like a really bad, like he was going to the hospital. They kept giving him stuff. And I'm thinking he might have had it then. I mean, not to say, I mean,
but I think
before anything went down, but
I think Troy had 5G back then.
Probably because he's the one that's telling us to conspiracy.
He had access to 5G back then, though.
That could be why.
Mark, what were your symptoms?
I had an extremely bad cough. Always phlegm. It wouldn't fever. I mean, I had everything, dude.
I don't think there's phlegm involved, though.
Yeah, I don't think there's phlegm involved. But I get a. See, the thing is, like, I get a fucking bad cough every year.
Yeah.
Every year, I get it. Every year. So, I mean, was it that?
And then you give it to me.
Oh, there you go. See, so that wasn't Corona.
Stop kissing in the office,
that wasn't Corona. That was vodka cranberry.
We should stop kissing then.
Yeah. Stop it at work.
Hell no. I don't know. It's tough.
6 feet apart.
Yes, right here. That's why we're doing this, Cassandra, because we're trying to stay at least 6 feet apart.
Was that your guys' first cancellation when this shit hit?
Yeah,
it might have been. Yeah.
Because we were gonna, me and Mark were like, "Hey, let's do it," and then both of our wives, I think, were just like, Both of you shut the fuck up and get in the house.
Yeah.
That is what happened.
You fucking ain't going anywhere,
gonna go do a podcast right now? Oh, well, maybe
yeah. I think mine got mad too.
Yeah. I told my wife, well, yeah, I'm gonna be doing the podcast today. Like, what? Like, no, but we're doing our video. Oh, okay, cool. You're gonna be upstairs? I go, yeah, I'm gonna be upstairs. Like, oh, okay. Then I take a shower every time I go out and come back in.
Yeah, you should, man.
That's the wife.
I burn my clothes.
But like talking about open the economy back up, though, like with my point, like where I would co-sign on that a little bit with Mark is that, like they say like 100,000 people. Let's say 200,000 people. Let's say 250,000 people have COVID-19 in New York City. There's still 8 million people that live there. Like it's a tiny percentage of people that have it.
Yeah.
And granted, that doesn't mean it can't get that way. But I it's like right now, it's I don't know. I get why we're all stopping and stuff.
But then again, and then if you take a look at New York, New York is such a dense city, state, whatever.
On top of each other.
Yeah, on top of each other, compared to Arizona or California, any of the others bigger states.
How are they not spreading it out with the stay-at-home area? Like, if you live in Manhattan, you live on top of someone.
Not to mention all the elevator alone just to get down and shit.
Fucking
you know what I mean? You're in a tomb of the shit.
Yeah,
right. Going from your house to go get food, right? And then so I don't know.
I mean,
do any of you know anybody personally that has it?
No.
No, but there was a comedian who had the symptoms and went and got tested, but they refused to give him his test results. I honestly think he had it.
And that was one thing that you were saying too, Mark.
Was that Derek?
No, that was Chris. I'll look it up right now. So go on.
I think Mark. You were bringing up a point that you're saying that you think Arizona, pretty much that they're pretty much not really saying the real numbers here.
No, I think that
I don't think anywhere is.
No, I think that they are really they're suppressing.
Suppressing
the figures. Yeah, they're not doing the testing that we should. Like, I don't think they have the access to testing, maybe, or they're just not testing. Period.
But see, the thing is if you tell me you don't have access to testing because there's no tests, I can swallow that. But if you tell me there's no access to testing because some bureaucratic bullshit's going on, like some pissing contest because people don't want to lose delegates, they don't want to lose votes with huge numbers. And I know everybody's giving China shit for giving us false numbers, which, by the way, they have to. They stopped at 87,000, really? They just stopped? Yeah, right. But America's not being true about our numbers. I'm from Kansas, and I know people that have symptoms, and they refuse to test them. They say, no, we can't test you. You have to
really?
Yeah, they won't test people in Kansas.
What's the reason?
They won't tell them. They're just saying no. And I asked, I don't know. It probably has a little bit to do with supplies, but there's a reason why. Because honestly, like Bill Gates said it a month ago. He said the only way to really nip this thing in the bud is to test every American citizen, and whoever has it, quarantine them, and who hasn't, get them away from there. And maybe that's a shot of doing it. But like Trump, I'm not really a political guy. I like Trump and I hate him all the same. I like him just as much as I like any politician. But even he said we don't need to test everybody. So like I think a lot of our politicians and the political red tape you see, it has to do with people just wanting to keep their jobs, and they know that if the death numbers are soaring and the case numbers are soaring, they're gonna lose their job in November. Yeah.
Wow, I definitely believe that conspiracy for sure. Because let's say they're not doing their job right, they're not making sure everyone's healthy and safe. And if they really aren't prepared, which obviously it seems that way because that's why we're doing what we're doing, and people are dying, then that shows that it's a lack in the system on their watch. So I would agree for sure.
The comedian that I was talking about was Christopher Royer. He actually has a post on his Facebook that went viral about him talking about his symptoms and him going to get tested and how they refused to test him, and then when he did get tested, they wouldn't give him his results. And that was here in Arizona.
We do have an ICU nurse on.
Yeah, has anybody got a question for Ashley?
Yeah, wow.
Let me ask you this, Ashley. What is your guys' supply chain? Like, how many masks are you giving a week? We had a lady on here on my Corona Talk Radio 2 nights ago. She is a CNA for a hospital, an ER, like where they have an ER, so there's always people in there sick. And they give her one mask for the whole week, and it comes in a brown paper bag, and they're supposed to put it on, go in the room, handle the situation, and then put it in a brown bag, and then come back and put, like, that is these nurses are going to get sick.
Yeah.
You can't just put a mask in a brown paper bag over and over again and never wash it. Who knows which way you put it in? Sometimes it might be sitting on the part of the bag that was touching the other side the whole time for 30 minutes, and then you're just putting it right on your face, and that's another thing too. Are we really out of supplies, or are we rationing to the point because we're scared of what might happen? Because it's again like, well, do you open the economy or do you save people's lives? Well, it's like, do you risk running out of supplies and keeping our front line safe, or you make them ration like this and basically beg for them to get sick?
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Ashley, go.
Yeah,
Ashley, go.
She's like this right now, and trying to answer the question.
Solve the problem, Ashley.
Yeah, she's trying to answer the question. There you go, guys. Especially for nurses. Especially for nurses, they truly are in the front line.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah,
I did.
Much respect, honestly.
I did hear on the radio this week from a Colorado guy, or no, it was last week, a Colorado, like a pharmacist that worked at a hospital. And he was saying that the main thing that's really like the big problem is the fact that they don't have enough stuff.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what they're scared about, because their peak in Colorado is going to go with ours. Apparently, like the wave is like this week and next week is what they're saying Arizona and over there is going to hit. So they're saying that they don't feel they have enough to prepare for what's going to happen for everybody going there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, Ashley says they can get one N95 mask and only get a new one if it's solid or can't breathe, and she gets one level 1 mask per shift. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine how you would feel if you go to the hospital
and
get an appendix removal, and then the CNA's sitting there helping you, and her mask is just covered in the Rona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Mac and Rona.
I saw a video that they were doing, or that I guess they were confiscating like all these boxes from somebody that had bought those masks, and I guess trying to sell them. And I think it was like the FBI. It's like, dude, they're confiscating them, and you're getting in trouble for that shit. Just like the shit that was happening with that guy that had bought all those fucking hand sanitizers and was trying to overprice them and sell them, and he got busted for that shit too. It's like, but they deserve that shit. I mean, why would you do that shit?
Can I do a plug?
Yes, please.
Okay, Bed Bath and Body Works. My wife is the only place you can find hand sanitizer. My hands smell like pound cake, but it's
really?
80% alcohol, so I'm good.
Nice.
Are they still open?
They were. This is like a week or two she bought them, but she went in there. She was just driving around and she saw a crowd outside of a store. She's like, let me check that out. And it was a Bath and Body Works, and they allowed you to buy 10 of these little bottles until they sold out, and they sold out before she left.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because my wife has a whole bunch of those, but
I just grab a bottle of freaking Everclear.
That's what people are doing out here.
Yeah, hell yeah! That's what I'm saying. A bottle of Everclear.
I just do a bottle of Everclear.
I'm cleaning the inside.
Yeah.
If I got the Rona inside me, it's dead. The fucking, what is it? It's like 90% proof. So yeah, that's what a lot of people are doing. They're buying the Everclear and mixing it with the Loa and making fucking hand sanitizers and stuff. So
well, we have a few hand sanitizer breweries here.
Really?
In Arizona. Yeah, so there's one in Scottsdale near downtown. I want to say it's Blue something. The color blue, not blowing in the...
I think the guy blew somebody or something, and now he's got a hand sanitizer.
Yeah. But
oh wow! Did you see what Ashley just said?
Damn.
They've also converted several rooms into negative pressure rooms.
See, I saw a video
I don't know.
Last night
that
scared
helps,
me. Well, I saw a video last night. It's this doctor in New York City whistleblowing. Who knows if it's real? But he's saying that these people are not dying of pneumonia. He's like, we've been watching people die all day for the last 3 months, last month or whatever. And he says these people are not. They don't have fluid in their lungs. He's like, they're dying of oxygen. They don't. Their lungs are breathing just fine, but for some reason the body's not absorbing oxygen. So you basically just suffocate. It's basically said basically these people. It's like dropping these compromised people off at the top of Mount St. Helens with no oxygen gear or anything, and that's what their breathing conditions are like, and it just goes until. Wow. But they also said that respirators are making more people die because it's putting too much work on the lungs, which they're not having any trouble operating. It's just more of they said they need to start treating for, it's like basically the disease you get whenever you're too high up in the air, the high altitude disease. They said it's basically mimicking that, but I don't know if that's true or not. That was just some guy in New York with scrubs on that said that was what he was noticing.
Which is funny. I saw another video. There was a nurse who I saw a video where my wife was sharing, and she was talking about the same thing about how not that, but basically like all this is bullshit, and saying that a virus doesn't survive outside of its host for this amount of time and this and that. And I'm like thinking, if this shit's like, if you're not a real doctor, for anybody, like, you shouldn't be spreading this shit. Like, quit spreading the shit that's not real. If you are telling the truth, then that's cool. And we need more of that. But
and then again, I mean, it's tough because you hear so much different things. Yeah. One week you hear that it can last on your clothes for 5 days, and then the next thing you hear is like, oh, it can be in your shoes for whatever. It's just it sucks because you keep on hearing all these different things, and some of them claim to be doctors. And I'm not saying who's right, who's wrong. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not in that field. But it sucks for everybody because you hear so much different things. First, and what was it at the beginning? That it cannot be from human to human, or what I'm saying? It was only from animal if you got it from an animal, and then all of a sudden it's so it sucks. Yeah, what do you believe? You know what I'm saying? And even though you can do all the studies that you want, or all the research that you can or want, but at the same time, it's like the research that you're doing is still from somebody else, not, it's tough.
I like how Ashley, it's kind of like CO2 poisoning, somehow makes it where your blood cells can't carry the O2.
Oh, there you go. That's probably what you're talking about, Derek.
So I believe you and Ashley.
So, every podcast is like really, hammering down COVID right now, and I like the conversation that we're having, things like that. And people do need to do like their own research and figure out what's true and what's not true, and make your own opinion as to what's going on.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do when this is all over and we can go outside and play?
Well, that's
fuck in the streets.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you say fuck in the streets? That's awesome.
Without missing a beat.
Replace the fallen.
It was something that Derek was already gonna do, but since COVID-19 happened, he couldn't do it. So he's been waiting for it.
No, Ashley wants to go to the bar.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one, Ashley.
At least go out and have definitely go out to a restaurant and have a drink and fuck. Oh, well, not fuck, but
No, you're right. No, you're good. You're good.
So I know I'm kind of like you, Derek. I'm kind of a homebody, and I do like to be home a lot. Are Mark and Albert, are you guys getting stir crazy at all, being home maybe more than you would like to be?
I like to go out and do things, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still, like I said, I'm still essential. I'm still out there.
Well, yeah, you got the Mexican card.
Yeah, I got that little card that says, "Oh, okay, he's
Those
Mexican."
Drugs aren't going to carry themselves across the border.
Damn, Derek, why you gotta fucking spread? Exactly. So, no, I mean, I guess just probably hopefully not just me going out, but like all these events that this is Phoenix. We have a lot of shit going on every weekend. And I'm not saying that I go out to everything, but there's always something going on in Phoenix.
You have the option, right?
Yeah, exactly. And now, man, you go out there and everything is dead, and it's like, damn. Like Mark says,
I regret not going to the barbecue festival now. I regret not going to the taco festival that they have downtown Chandler. Like,
did that already happen?
All of those, yeah.
Oh fuck! All right, I regret that too.
It was at my house.
Taco festival, of course.
No, but yeah, it feels weird when you go out there and like I said, everything it's dead. Yeah, and it's dead out there. It's like Mark says. What is it? 28 days, Mark. That movie, 28 days.
28 days later.
28 days later.
What about you, Derek? Derek, do you like scary movies, or have you been watching any like Contagion shit or anything like that?
Yes,
not really. So like, I don't know if you guys know this about me or not. Like, we're pretty new on Facebook friends, but I have a lot of mental health issues I take pills for.
Nice.
I have bipolar disorder, and that you guys probably already know all about that. That's just like, sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad, like, but like the one that's been like the most affecting of me my whole life was I have obsessive compulsive disorder, really bad. And a lot of people are like, oh, is your house clean? I'm like, nah, that's not what it is actually. But basically, from the age of like 5 until I was 35, until I finally got on the right medication, I lived every day like there was a virus everywhere that was going to kill me, like washing my hands,
shit.
You were already doing that.
Yeah, so I take and I always thought it used to be described as a hypochondriac. They're like, oh, you're a hypochondriac, but actually it's obsessive compulsive disorder with health anxiety.
Yeah.
And that's just nasty, man. Like, I don't wish that disease on any of my enemies, dude. Like, it's basically take how you guys feel every time you leave your house, and when you get home, you just feel like slimy, disgusting. Like if your kids touch you, they're gonna die. Like that's what I felt like my whole fucking life, So it's weird. Like now that everybody, because like I'm an assurance seeker, so whenever I get scared, I'll go to my wife because she's not crazy, and I'm like, honey, this is my worry. Is this a realistic fear? And she's like, no, you're just being crazy. And I can be like, okay, so I can try to avoid it and not think about it. And plus the medication helps. Okay, but now when I go to my wife and I'm like, should we be worried? And she's crying, scrubbing Everclear on her hands. I'm like, okay. So like I've almost, you ever seen the movie Armageddon when Steve Buscemi gets on top of the rocket and he says, fuck it, we got front row tickets to the world? That's kind of how I feel right now. I'm just like,
shit. Yeah.
Oh man.
And then he said, damn it, guys, I had a great seat up there. What are you guys going to fucking ruin it for me?
Yeah, I'm just not scared. Maybe I'll get it and die, and that would suck. But I don't know. I spent 35 years being scared, man. I've been the last 2 not being scared, and I'm just fuck coronavirus, man. If it wants to kill me, I'm not gonna go down easily.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So that was I didn't think that was gonna come out of your mouth there, Derek. Wow. That was.
Do I need to cry?
You could, yeah, if you want. I mean. This is like you're living your fucking hell right now.
Yeah, I know.
We've already had one crier on our show.
Yeah.
Refrain.
Oh, you missed that, Albert, when we were talking before the show started. He had Ponciano on his show. How long ago, Derek? He had
It was right around the time he was our last guest. So it was it was actually right around 9/11. Actually, I know that.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Ponciano almost destroyed our show too.
That's messed up.
I like that, dude. If you're listening, I like you, buddy.
Yeah.
Come back and get your sword. You left your sword here, bro. We got Halloween costumes on, and you left your sword here.
Oh, really? Okay.
We like Ponciano too. We've had some issues with him, and me opening my mouth with certain things in the comedy scene. So yes, we like Ponciano.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. Just like when he was on our show, it was just not what we thought from a comedian.
I honestly thought
put it that way
was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys baseball fans at all?
No. I like going to the game
though. Huh? You like what?
I like going to the game though.
Yeah, spring training, stuff like that, drinking.
You like going to drink.
Well, because I'm not a baseball fan at all, but I guess they're talking about bringing every major league
every
team to
game in
Phoenix.
Arizona. Yeah,
but we can't go to the games. But it's still cool. Like we're here. Like we're close to all these people.
There's gonna be no fans, but still they're gonna bring all the teams here.
For what?
Like okay,
to like start the practice season and shit.
They're gonna do the whole season in Phoenix.
The season here in Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh, just
no
like
fans.
Yeah, we have all
right, cool.
fields here. The spring
this whole fucking thing is crazy.
Yeah,
dude, so many things. Like, it turns out I'm not a big like wrestling fan. It turns out I'm a huge wrestling without an audience fan. That shit is like
it's perfect.
It's like watching like a special ed person like do a dance or something. It's just like they're acting like the whole crowd's there, and you're just like, this person's either crazy or a genius. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't go out and do the whole wrestling character with nobody watching me. You know, they're just like doing that kind of shit. There's nobody there, dude.
I haven't even seen that. That's crazy.
Dude, check it out. All I'm saying, if you're flipping this week and you see some wrestling, check it out. It's some wild shit going on over there, man.
Do that, dude. There's no fucking audience.
Albert's gonna watch that shit tonight.
It's gotta go on. The show must go on.
The show must go on. Yeah, tell that to Dana White. He had a show plan, and that fucking went.
Well, what happened to his
So he had
his island.
I guess a lot of like not the main event, but the second main event that was gonna happen. The girl, I guess, supposedly had family that had the coronavirus or had passed away or were sick with it, so she canceled. And I'm assuming other people canceled due to the COVID-19. So they ended up just saying, something, we're not going to do this after all.
I was looking forward to Mortal Kombat.
Right.
For real.
Well, did you guys hear about all the companies that were paying for pandemic insurance?
No, really?
No? What is that?
Yes, a couple big festivals. I forget which one it is. I wish I knew, but there was a big festival. And for the last 15 years, they've been paying $2 million a year for pandemic insurance. And so far, they've put in $36 million. And they just cashed in $156 million check for the insurance claim, it's
really
Coachella, huh?
Something like that. I know it was something big because me and Matt, my buddy, were talking about it. And he was like, man, they're going to lose so much money at all these festivals. And I was like, I bet they have some kind of backward, contract that, because, I mean, if I was going to do something, I would want to have, any kind of insurance that would affect me. And it's kind of crazy to think people had the audacity to get pandemic insurance. But now you're like, oh, that shit happens all the time, apparently.
No shit.
Every 100 years, it's kill all the people.
That's insane.
No wonder there were so many concerts that were going to roll through Arizona. It was the most there have ever been.
So many. Foo Fighters, Rage Against the Machine. There was
it was
so
Wimbledon.
There you go. Matt Randolph says, what is it? The Wimbledon canceled.
141 million.
141 million.
And they're the ones that paid 36 million over 50 whatever years that is.
Nicely done, man.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, they just got their money back and plus.
Wow, they're sitting good.
Yeah,
watch none of their concession people get any money for not working.
I'm not a big sports guy, but I'm really sad that the XFL is going to get thrown away again.
Yeah.
Because I watched it, and I'm not a big sports guy, but I watched the XFL with my dad and my brother.
It was good.
And I loved it, man.
It was good.
Good as shit. And I'm just I wish can we do a GoFundMe and fix it? And whenever this is over, bring XFL back? Because look at how many players. Not a ton, but some players. There were coaches and organizations looking at the XFL as if they were looking at a college team. Some people got drafted.
Yeah, they're picking people up.
Yep.
And you know what's going to happen is Vince McMahon got burned now once and twice now, so he's probably fuck this.
Yeah.
There's no way he's going to try to do it again.
He's making wrestling happen during COVID so he can pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so.
How many insurances are not gonna now gonna add that pandemic thing? And when honestly, when this is over, when do you think that's gonna happen again? That's fucking 50 years, 30 years.
So
it usually happens every 100 years. swine flu was what, 8 years?
Yeah.
8 years ago, right?
We survived that one.
8 years from there.
There was that one, and there was Ebola. Ebola was like 6 years ago.
They had the H1?
H1N1.
Yeah. H1N1.
No, that was the aviation, the bird flu. There was a bird flu.
The bird
flu was swine flu.
The swine flu, yeah.
H1N1 has a bunch of different names. That's what's also what the Spanish flu was, because everybody's like, people were like, because when Trump tried to call it the Chinese virus, people were like, they're like, well, they called it the Spanish virus, you know? And they're like, well, that started in Wichita, Kansas. And it's like, yeah, that's true. It transmitted from an animal to a human in Wichita, Kansas. But the virus is just the H1N1 virus. That's the same one as swine flu. It's like generally it's That's why COVID's so fucked up, because like we've never seen it before. You know, like H1N1's been around, and we kind of have people taking shots and getting. We have people that have immunity to it because they've had it before. But you know, with COVID, nobody's ever had it. So, but I'm along the thinking that I too got really sick around February 2nd until March 6th. Started out pooping and barfing everywhere, and then it started to a nose thing and a cough, and then I hear there's like 2 different strains of a corona, and one of them is more of a gastrointestinal version of it. And my whole family was down. Like, I felt like I got hit by a bus, dude. And we were sick still for like 18 days. Like a month, basically.
Wow.
So I'm thinking maybe, and I was doing Uber, going to the airport 3 or 4 times a day, picking people up that were just in China all the time. You know. So like, I'm like, man,
racist.
Exactly. But no, mostly white people that were there in business. You know, like it's a booming part of the world, apparently.
Yeah. Good job. You turn it on me. I'm racist.
It's
mostly white people.
Nicely done.
I don't think the coronavirus started on patient 0 in America. I think it was already here. I mean, if they were seeing it as early as November in Wuhan, people were flying in and out of China since that day that the first person got sick. So I think that our numbers, or we don't know how many people have it.
You know, the first time I saw that whole shit with the COVID, the corona, it was videos on YouTube about people just walking and then all of a sudden just falling down and dying. That was the first time I saw. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. And I was thinking, oh, okay, well that's over there.
But
all of a sudden,
that's in China. That's not here.
Yeah, and all of a sudden,
did
it's
you
like
believe it though? Because I played it on my show, and I got people telling me like, "Dude, could be an Alex Jones, man. Like that's propaganda." But now I'm like, I think that shit was real. I think they were just saying there's way more cases, and they're saying people are dying everywhere. That's just and that was early. That was
that was back in January, I think, January and December. So I was like, wow, that's crazy how people and when I was looking at watching the videos, I was like, oh, this isn't real. It's just fucking fake or what? That's what I was thinking, you know. And then all of a sudden, we're in a fucking pandemic.
Have you seen or heard about like how China is covering it up, where they're like not letting the phone records come out, and they're like taking whole buildings down because people are infected in them? I've heard that.
I saw that video about supposedly one of the buildings where everybody was quarantined and that shit went down.
Blew it up. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see. Another thing, is that really real?
I don't know.
Is it not? Is it?
You don't know.
I don't know why we're not following Kim Jong-un. He has a one-shot cure. He has 0 cases in North Korea.
In North Korea.
Yeah. 0.
I don't trust that guy, but yeah.
Well, the one shot is a bullet. I really think that's what he's doing. He's reporting 0 case. I think he's like, I think I'm sick. He's like, cool, go over there and fucking look at the rabbits.
Good callback.
Look at the. That was the thing that Troy sent today, huh? What was that shit that? They're killing everybody that's got the disease or something.
Oh, he said that. Well, let me see. I don't know. He basically said there's something more coming. He works at a government agency for the most part here. We'll just say that. And he said that they're coming.
That's not a government agency.
Doesn't that sound more fancier than it is?
Yeah,
he works for a government agency here.
Okay, SRP.
He wears a black suit. He has black sunglasses. He travels.
The M in Black, MIB, Men in Black.
Yes.
He printed my driver's license this afternoon.
He did. So
oh shit!
Over 20. He said earlier. He said over 25,000 killed, and shooting down people with the virus in China.
See,
so they killed high record set.
I don't know where those numbers came from, but
and it's just
that's a round number. That's a round number. At least say like 25,208. You know what I mean? 25,000 seems pretty round and like. All right, you're one.
They took a dart and shot it at a bird, and they're like, "What is it? 50,000, 25,000, 5,000."
All you see is police officers in like not hazmats, but they're all covered up. They're loading their guns and shit. And then
too many.
Yeah, and then it breaks off, and then you just see them walking, and then it breaks off, and then you see just people dying and people crying. It's like, oh, come on. It's like, oh, come on. You really don't believe this, do you?
So,
but it's like it's like, what's that fucking one with Brad Pitt? Z?
Oh, yeah, Apocalypse Now?
No, with that.
World War Z.
World War Z, yeah. It's like,
come on, do you know you're Brad Pitt? I know you stalk him.
Who, me or Albert?
You.
Or both.
both. Yeah, both. Let's ask the question that everybody has on their mind right now. What are you guys going to spend your stimulus check on?
I don't know.
Derek, you're the guest. Go first.
I could tell you what I want to spend it on. My wife's not going to let me spend anything.
Bundles of stuff.
No, so like I'm a gearhead, man. So like, Rode has a new badass podcast board out right now. It's state of the art. Mark knows what I'm talking about. They're nice. I would probably get something like that, but more than likely we'll probably get like tires for the cars and shit, stuff, responsible stuff.
I honestly, I haven't even really like thought about that.
No.
Ashley said it perfectly. They're gonna want it back after tax time.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just save it for that.
Way to be a Debbie Downer, Ashley. All this good talk.
It's Ashley Downer.
Yeah, Ashley Downer.
I'm just gonna.
You know she's gonna go out and get her nails did at least.
No, she's gonna go to the bar.
Oh yeah.
She did say that.
But
she needs a mani-pedi before she goes to the bar.
Yeah, she'll get that, but she won't buy anything at the bar because she's gonna get the drinks.
Yeah, that's
what's gonna happen. Free drinks for her, and then she's gonna get
just one little whip of hair. And
what about you, Mark? What are you gonna do?
I got property to buy, so I guess I got to put it towards that, right?
Yeah, you gotta pay bills.
That's smart.
Yeah, we do. Scott.
I'm gonna probably do. I don't know. I don't know how much I'm gonna end up getting, but if I get something,
well, you have 18 kids.
You got 15 kids.
15 kids.
It's 500 per kid.
Dot the I's.
You know who you guys need to have on? I have a friend. You guys might even know who he is, but I bet I can get him on your show. Fucking what's his name? Doug Hopkins.
Doug Hopkins.
Yeah, let's have him on the show. Why? What does he do?
He's in Phoenix. He was on that show. It's like that show Locked. What was it called? Real Estate Wars or something like.
Real Estate Wars, huh?
Something like that. It was that show where they go to like places where you store your shit and people don't pay for it. It's like,
like a storage war.
Storage Wars.
Yeah, but it's for real estate. Like he basically just buys. He owns a fuckload of property here in.
He might be good. He might be good on your guys' other show. He might be good on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That one because
on a real estate.
He's friends with all the big guys in wholesale.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I just
friends. Oh shit, we gotta reach out to him then.
Filthy rich, dude.
We gotta reach out to him. Well,
he might be good on the real estate show.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott got sad for a second.
That's fine. I'm not a part of that.
He's like, I'll just go fuck myself. It's fine.
Story of my life, Derek. Story of my life.
I'll just go fuck myself.
I'll put the camera on mute.
I got another a hot friend. I'm friends with Frankie Muniz. I'll get him for your show, Scott.
Thanks, Derek. Thanks, Derek.
Me and Frankie. Actually, I wish I was friends with that guy. That'd be cool.
He is local, I think, or at least he was.
I know he's like Scottsdale or something. I want to go into his store.
Really?
And just fucking. That's what I hear.
He's from
really?
here. Or not from here.
No, for Scott, we're gonna get DMX.
Yeah. That's cool
local. Isn't he local?
Is he?
Yeah.
Which one of us has to buy the crack?
Yeah.
Who has the bar to get him on?
He's local. He's been from.
Another big valley that you guys have is the Gem Blossoms, and I'm a big fan of them. Like, I'm from Kansas and shit. Like,
Gem Blossoms, really?
I like them.
Oh, I didn't know they were local.
I had the base. I didn't know they were local either. But I was taking this lady to a concert on Uber, and she was pissed off. She didn't want to go. She basically had to go for like an hour, and then she was getting an Uber home. And she's like, "Yeah, my husband's band's doing a show. It's like this. It's a private party." I'm like, "Oh, cool. What kind of music do they do?" She's like, "Oh, they've been on the radio." I'm like, "What band is it?" She's like, "Gem Blossoms." And I like, "Stop."
Really?
I'm like, "Shut your mouth, lady. Are you serious?" It's like, you bang one of the Gem Blossoms? Spit in my face, please.
You banged one of the Gem Blossoms?
Derek, I don't know if that's a green screen that you have going on, but I love how it looks like you're in the office.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Is it a green screen?
Yeah, it's a green screen.
That's awesome. Because I remember when I was there, you do have the green screens, but I was like, that looks so fucking awesome. That's more my cup of tea. Thank you for changing it.
You know who would like that one? Troy would like that one.
When I'm talking to the ladies,
that's a lot of five. That's 5Gs right there. 5G.
There you go.
I'm on like a Skype date. I rock this one.
That's classy. Very classy.
Yeah, you see my house. I dabble in the piano arts every now and then.
Derek, why don't you get up there and play a little piece for us?
What I love about it is like this one right here. When I do it, like my old friends that don't really watch my show, but they'll just check in for a minute, But they'll just be like,
so well.
No, they're always like, "There's no way that's your house." You can't do that. It's not yours.
They know you're.
That's awesome.
That's crazy, bro. Oh, shit, that's good. Oh,
Exactly.
shit. Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, we know that you have to be somewhere after this, Derek. Let's
I got
wind it
10
down
minutes,
a little
man.
bit.
You got 10 minutes, buddy.
Oh,
All right,
he wants more time with us. I like it. Let's go. Let me. I'm gonna check my internet sources.
If you guys are watching this right now, make sure you scan Scott's arm. Put that in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
The QR code.
If you do it now, you get nothing for free in our giveaway.
But thank you.
But thanks anyways. What was that QR code for?
It goes to the website.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, that's okay. What? Whose website? No, I'm just kidding.
My website. The one where Derek is surrounded by males.
Ah, nice. Black's on Derek.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh.
You guys want to see a sexy video?
Sure, go ahead. Put it on.
Okay, hold on.
Can you play shit can you play like a movie and shit on the background of you?
There's a lot of stuff that you can do in
a green screen
when you're the paid version of this.
When you get the paid version, Scott.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. If you want to, I mean, Albert, I know you should come on every 3 months, but oh, look at
Oh,
that!
yeah.
Oh, taxi cab confessions.
That's the guy checking his email, and right now I don't want to give it away too much, but he has his fingers inside of a lady back there, and I have no idea this is going on.
Right.
And they have me put on some country twang shit. They're like, "We're from Oklahoma. Put some country on. I want to give my wife a hand job in your back seat."
And you're like, okay.
Uh-oh, there's her hand. She's like, "This way, honey," because he has no idea what a clitoris is.
Okay, set the whole scene. Where'd you pick them up at?
I have no idea. It was
you don't remember?
Like
I'm thinking it's Scott.
2018.
She's like, hey, pay attention to me. And he's like, lady. The best part is like he doesn't care. Look at him. He has like an attractive woman trying to like set him up, and he doesn't care.
Is he on the phone?
He wearing a shirt?
Yeah, he's looking at his phone.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Well, he's probably watching something naughty.
He's watching porn while he's finger banging her.
And then watch this. So where his hand is. You know where his hand is right now. Now watch this video.
Okay.
Oh, she likes. All right.
She likes her own brand.
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
And he still doesn't give a shit.
I see your eyes wandering.
Oh shit!
This is
no, I was really looking at traffic.
I see your eyes. I see your eyes. You know.
No, if I would have known that was happening, I would have been masturbating.
Your right eye was wandering. There's no way.
I'm looking for
no way.
So
I
thought
was
they were
good.
kissing.
You're checking the scene. That's good. That was good. I'm watching
for traffic.
Yeah, I'm watching the traffic moves. You guys watch everything else.
This is exactly why I can't Uber. Like, there's no way. No.
Because you can't stop yourself from finger banging someone in the back. Is that why?
Yeah, that's exactly why I can't Uber.
Oh,
you should
man. We have fun.
you should send Albert that one you sent me with the real estate guy.
Oh,
like he went to go pick up money or some shit.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is it closed on the deal or what?
I think I have it. Let me look. No, it was this guy that did way too much cocaine and owed some ladies some loot.
Ladies of the night.
Did he show up like wearing the merchandise on his nose?
$40 and real estate advice. Period.
And real estate advice.
Period.
Oh.
You don't mind me asking.
So, like all this bullshit. I basically just order hookers. Like that's like my thing.
Yeah. What do you do that makes you so wealthy? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm not very wealthy.
Oh, I thought you said you had like 10 houses or something.
No, I have like 20 of them.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
Yeah,
well, that's a little more than 10.
Not really.
I mean, you got
I just
equity.
I just fucking do it. Most people don't. You know what I mean? Like I just like my cousin. I was at my cousin's house earlier today.
So you sell drugs? Is what you're?
Actually, I really do sell drugs.
Really?
I sell like injectables to women.
Nice you done blurring them out.
I didn't need anybody killing me after it.
For real. Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
And this is the new card after I lost it in the fucking Uber when I was drunk. So I'm thinking that we get $800 out of this thing, get cash.
So get cash.
Get cash.
Other.
He's having to use his card.
$800.
Yeah, it was a dumb idea. I shouldn't have did that.
What the fuck?
I'm writing his ATM, taking out $800.
I'm just gonna actually push out.
What?
You're an accessory to monetizing
to whatever that purchase was.
He gave me $40 out of it. So that was
Oh,
dope.
damn.
That's pretty good. I mean, he's got 10 properties.
It's not as
20
much
properties.
as what he gave the chicks at his house.
I know. That's what's
just
crazy about the Valley, man. There's like a lot of wealthy people here.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah, true.
I think they all move here. That's why, for the most part. I mean, it's pretty cheap living compared to if they're
No, I'm always
California,
right?
right? Oh, you look at you.
Okay.
No, I've always lived here, he says. You know, yeah. All right. Let's wind it down.
Yeah.
Derek's got the place to go. You want to drop all your socials and where we can find you and all that fun stuff?
Yeah, just look for Fatkid Productions just Fatkid on Facebook, and then mainly just send me a friend request or follow me or something. I pretty much post everything all the projects that I'm a part of. I pretty much post them all on my personal Facebook. It's just Derek Evan Releford. Hit me up. I look forward to looking at what you eat and what your kids do, all that stuff. I look forward to it.
Sounds about
Growing
right.
together.
Really?
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Adam as a friend. We did rebrand. We've been kind of spouting this out from episode to episode of follow us everywhere on Amigos PC. We got a new website coming. Spoiler alert. And we got a few other things in the works, so just keep an eye out for that. And then once we can get back to the reality, you'll see us back in the studio doing our antics.
And if you need studio time, we're in Mesa. Hit us up.
Yes.
Yeah,
After COVID-19.
Yeah. No, you can come in a hazmat suit, but that's part of the deal.
That's true.
That's going to cost extra.
And there's no bathroom access.
Yes.
It's extra for that.
Yeah,
there is no bathroom access.
They shut it. Thanks a lot for being on there. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. It was a lot of fun, man.
Yes, hell yeah, it was.
To make this work.
Good times.
I'll have you guys on my show in a little while. We'll just have all of you come on mine like this. It'll be fun.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Let us know.
Yeah,
We'll be on for sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Thanks, bud.
All
Do you want me to
Jack,
end it now, or?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, cool. See y'all later.
Later.